The Canadian dollar CBC is an example of a digital dollar that is issued by the government. The Federal Reserve would be in charge of issuing, backing, and controlling it, and the government states would have full faith in it and support it. Instead of using the current payment methods, this could be used instead, and it would have benefits like faster payment settlements, a way to make trades across borders, and the ability to help more people get access to money. At the moment, more than 130 countries are looking into the idea of creating their own digital currencies that are backed by the government. China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and India have already started trying, and in Europe, an experiment with a digital euro could start as early as 2028. At the same time, the United States is still a long way behind, even though more and more information about digital currencies is coming out. At that very moment, these words belong to the Congress of the United States of America in the United States. It is clear that the Congress of the United States has given its approval for the use of XRP. This isn't just for banks and investment firms. It can be used for both domestic and foreign transactions. The Federal Reserve of the United States is a great example of this. Is it important to know that Congress in the United States is aware of the change in the world, and Ripple is helping many countries, such as Brazil, China, and a few other countries are making their own digital currencies, which will be released by their central banks. The US doesn't want to be left behind on this change, and do you know whose company they are working with? If you know, you can let us know. You are always welcome to come back to this place for anything related to XRP, just like the BRICS nations. Brazil, Russia, and India, China, and South Africa have worked together to create a digital currency that can be used by all 5 countries. The US is also going in the same direction. Let me show you a video that shows how Ripple and the Federal Reserve of the United States talked about CBDCs all the way back in 2015. This history makes it clear that Ripple and the United States have been working together behind the scenes, even though Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission are currently in a public dispute. As a result of this agreement, there was a good chance that Ripple would win the SEC case. Do you still remember how Ripple convinced the Federal Reserve to accept payments through the FedNAB method? When they first released the system, the Federal Reserve did not give Ripple direct credit. Nevertheless, there are signs that they did. This payment processor uses XKaren and XRapid services on Ripple. XRP and its ledger are used by both of these companies to provide liquidity on demand. The fact that Riverbank is now a part of FedNet makes it clear that XRapid, XKaren, and Ripple, all of which are based on XRP, will all play a role in the future. This means that the FedNet payment system is ready to use XRP to meet its needs for funding across international borders. As a result, we can expect the value of XRP to rise as its uses and benefits continue to grow. This is good news for your investment. If you own XRP and are reading this, the fact that it is being used in regular financial systems is more than just a sign of how useful the coin could be in the future. It also shows how quickly the world of international business is changing, as regular banks realize how quickly, efficiently, and cheaply blockchain technology like Ripple's can be put into use. Gary Gendler's unwavering support and the efforts made by financial institutions like Riverbank are just the tip of the iceberg as more businesses learn about and use XRP and other technologies of a similar nature. These new ideas will have an effect on the whole financial sector. Before I go any further, I'd like to share some great news with my audience. I can make a deal for XRP. Just do these 3 easy things to join the group. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you click the subscribe button, you'll get alerts and you can share it with your friends and family in case we pick a winner. Please be advised that these steps will be taken. Good luck to everyone, and when we reach 60,000 people, we will let everyone know who won. Now let's get back to the subject at hand. The value of XRP and how important the protocol is becoming. It has been said that the Federal Reserve of the United States is interested in it, and most people in the United States want to use it. On the other hand, people in countries other than the United States are starting to see how useful XRP could be. A lot of governments, like the BRICS nations, and even the EU with its digital euro plan, are looking into what it could mean for their countries. Our documentaries on these topics go into more detail about how XRP is being used in the digital euro project in Europe and the CBDC in the BRICS countries. To restate our main point, the US is not only interested in XRP as a possible CBDC, as we talked about in a different video, but also as a possible digital currency. Along with CBDCs, they also want to use it to speed up foreign trade. This is true for all financial transactions, whether they happen in the United States or another country. First, let's look at what this means for the future value of XRP. The present time is very important for both companies and fans. With all of its support and links, XRP is currently moving in a way that suggests it will have a bright future. However, as with any other investment, it is important to stay up to date, closely watch how things are changing, and make decisions based on a lot of research. Is there a chance that the price of XRP will reach $10,000 in the field of cryptography? This question has been getting a lot of attention. We'll get to it soon. It's important to note that multinational companies, especially North American multinational companies, are becoming